But here is Speaker of the House, best buddy of our congressman here in Pennsylvania's 1st Congressional District, Brian Fitzpatrick. Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, after the pressure from the 4 times indicted, twice impeached Donald Trump, this is where we find ourselves today.
These serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment by Biden's own administration. Treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president. These are allegations of abuse.
I'm going to pause it right there. First of all, right, I'm going to probably pause this a few more times, but let's talk about this in the abstract for a second. 1, do political figures and their families receive special benefits, whether we like it or not? Remember, Will, you probably don't agree with me on this, but you will agree that there is a 2-tier justice system. There is a 2-tier justice system in this country, but it is not, and I will emphasize this, it is not Democrats and Republicans. It is the rich and powerful and the rest of us. That is a 2-tier justice system. Now, the allegations that Kevin McCarthy just said, that people within the Biden administration or his family are receiving special privileges from the administration, we need to see evidence and support of this. People say, well, Biden made more money in 2017, 2018, 2019. Well, yeah, because he's the president now. He has a president's salary versus then when he was a private citizen making money off of his investments, his pensions, book sales between him and Jill Biden. Now, if we want to talk about Hunter Biden, which, by the way, is not the president, believe it or not, Hunter Biden is not receiving special privileges for the charges that he has with regards to tax evasion, because remember, he is getting indicted for these things, tax evasion and a gun charge that the average person would have just been probably like a small slap on the wrist. But to make a point out of punishing Hunter Biden, which, okay, I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with you going after Hunter Biden, because guess what? Hunter Biden is not the president. And if Joe Biden broke the law, if Joe Biden did like half of the things that you guys are about to throw in the chat, I'd probably be right there with you. But the thing is, there is absolutely zero evidence that Joe Biden broke the law. You could even argue, and I'll give this to you, you could even argue that they could have looked into Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, because the Clinton Foundation did have some shady dealings. But guess what? They did. They did investigations into these things. Now, you can say, oh, it's not as good, it's not as thorough, and whatever. We can agree. Maybe they should have gone further into it. Maybe there should have been further digging. But with regards to what we have in front of us right now, what special privileges? Hunter Biden had a plea deal that then got torn up. Now, is that because his deal is going to get better? I don't think so. The plea deal was basically like, oh, here's a slap on the wrist. It was just like, we have to arrest you because we just arrested Donald Trump 4 times. I love that not all the folks in the chat that are going to argue with me about this won't even acknowledge the fact that Trump, and then, all right, I won't even keep comparing them, but Trump has been indicted 4 times on 4 different major crimes, and he's been found liable civilly for rape. That amongst being impeached twice for trying to, 1, lead an insurrection, and 2, make a phone call to get dirt on the person he's running against and threatening to withhold aid to the country. But we want to talk about, Burisma. I think Biden tried to get that prosecutor fired because they were looking into Burisma, but Hunter Biden was on the board. In fact, the facts of the matter are that the prosecutor that was fired wasn't going after Burisma enough. That is why they were pressured to fire them, and that is the exact opposite it is the exact opposite of working in the benefit of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. It is specifically going after the interests of the United States. That is a fact. And who cares he's not president anymore? I care because he's running for president right now. If he wasn't running for president, okay, maybe he could just go be a private citizen and lie about winning golf tournaments. But that is not the case right now. That guy is, look, Will, I know you like Vivek. He is curb stomping Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek's a joke compared to Donald Trump in this primary. Now, if he was a real contender, okay, we could have that discussion. He's not. Little Tiny D, Ronnie the Sanctimonious, he's falling apart. Donald Trump's your guy. I'm sorry. You guys picked him. I'm sorry.
Abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption. And they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President
An impeachment inquiry, not an impeachment trial.
Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full.
This logical next step is because I have a sword of Damocles hanging above my neck as a Speaker of the House, because one person could recall my speakership. One Republican could recall my speakership, and he loses it. And he has to come begging, pleading, Democrats, please support me. Please support me. I need to be the Speaker. Kevin McCarthy's entire political career is contingent upon this decision.
Power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. That's exactly what we want to know. The answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well. This effort will be led by Chairman James Comer at the Committee on Oversight.
James Comer is a quack.
In coordination with Chairman Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan, who didn't go after he's worse than Joe Paterno. Jim Jordan is worse than Joe Paterno with regards to protecting the wrestlers at Ohio State.
For Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith.
Jason Smith, I have no idea who he is, to be honest with you.
Now, I do not make this decision lightly.
No, we know you didn't.
And regardless of your party or who you voted for, these facts should concern all Americans.
So, there we have it. The facts should concern all Americans. Except the fact is that there's no evidence. There is no witness. Because the witness that they said that they have, nobody's talked to the witness in 3 years. The witness that claimed that there was a tape, they don't have the tape. They haven't heard the tape. There's no evidence that the tape is legit or exists. They don't have it. They won't go to get the tape from the potential witness. There is no evidence.